Good afternoon and welcome to a review of The Rising of the Shield Hero, episode 6. You know, let's start from where we at. You know, the Sword Hero, Ren, aka the Sword Hero. You know, everybody knows when it comes to a character, there's always a catch. There's always a moment to not hate or love he or she characters, but it's like you got to sit down and know what makes a character who they are. Especially when it comes to a protagonist or an antagonist or a side character. Doesn't matter. But we want to know what makes that character who he or she is and why they acting like that. To a point where you're like, oh, he wears a mask. Okay, how do we find out about that? And, you know, if you break it down a bit, openings like the Rising Shield Hero, the Shield Hero gave us something to look upon as to why they're like that. And in this episode, we discover Ren's backstory unlike any other. To a point where we sat down and say, yeah, it's this backstory. This is one of those times. So, without further ado, here's the review of The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 3. And the reason my tone, sorry about that, I'm looking for something. And the reason my tone is like that is because it's Ren. Okay, so we got Ren's backstory in this one. It's kind of, everybody knows when it comes to characters, we got to get a tragic backstory. Yeah, it may not be forgive or to forget. You know, it depends on how you feel. But in this case, this episode, we got that image. So, this episode's all about Ren. His backstory is kind of sad and tragic. To sum it up, it's like this. He's a regular high school student. And he's like, you know, most people he never spoke to anybody. He never had friends. He never had friends in his life. Then one day his friend next to us play games, you know. He got a whole bunch, and the thing is, he had a whole bunch of people wanting to be friends with him, like play some games. He's like, nah. Because he's been a loner. He never had friends. Like, that was the moment he should have had friends. But he goes to this world where he's all killing people. Well, actually, one day, as he walks home, he protected 3 girls from being stabbed by a stalker. And like one of those things when you get isekai'd, like when you stab, like when you die, you go to an isekai world. And that's what the Ren was doing. Like being left alone, nobody to sum it up, everything in his life is a game to him. So we got to see him with his party members killing off a dragon, and he's all that. But when they got to the spirit tortoise, they're like, oh, my parties are so strong. This is easy take down a freaking level 60 tortoise. That's what he thinks. He's living in this world where just like, okay, all my parties leveled up. This one is so weak we can take it down. But as they were fighting it, all his party members died. And he's like, it's my fault. It can't be my fault. He's blaming everybody but himself. He's blaming everybody. And then when he got with bitch-ass mind, which led to bitch-ass mind powers, brainwashing and saying, you know, he wakes up. And again, this is going back to season 1. This is going back to season 1, guys. You guys remember when Mind betrayed Naofumi and took off all the equipment? That's what she did to Ren. That's what she did to Ren, because he wakes up and he realized all the equipment gone, and the bitch-ass Mind wrote a letter and said, I took all the equipment. I use you. You're useless. And I'm like, this dude is so fucking stupid. He's so fucking stupid that he did not know about. But that scene, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it out loud. I told you so. I told you so. But the thing about that scene is this. At least it wasn't a long run. I mean, bitch ass Mine got her finger wrapped around the spear hero. But in Ren's case, it's like, he got the spear around the Naofumi, the spear hero, for the entire season. But in this one, it was more like, yeah, I got you for just one night. Just like with the shield hero, I got you in one night. So yeah. Now, feeling useless and useless again, the two guys that attacked the shield hero came to attack her. And we all know Mine is behind all this. And at the end, and then the village, even people at the village abandoned the sword hero. And you know what? I don't blame the village for that. Because that scene alone, I was kind of like, you see there? That's what you get. That's what you get, guys. That's what you get. And you know what? I know Ren's story is sad, but at the end of the day, you're still like, you're fucked up. You trusted Mine, she took your equipment, and then the village got you. It's like, nobody don't trust you anymore. Now you understand what the shield hero was going through. And then he saw these other bandits who were trying to go after the sword hero. And then Ren just literally just went full curse mode and started killing everybody. And that's explained why he got the mask in the first place. So now it was like, okay, because remember last week he got the mask, and we tried to figure out how he got the mask. And then now we know the answer. He killed the guy that had that same mask and trying to go full Lelouch, full bandit, whatever you call it. So now we back now in the present when he's facing the spear hero. You know what? The spear hero has changed. I mean, not changed, but he's actually changing, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, he's calling Naofumi's father. I mean, he keep calling Naofumi father this, father that, which is annoying, by the way. But he's getting better. He's getting better. He's one of those few. I think he's surprising me more now. I just hope he just get away from Philo. But anyway, the match with the sword hero has been. I'll be honest. The match was okay. I wasn't like impactful. It wasn't, because like props for the sword hero putting all these moves that we finally get able to see what moves he does. And Eclair, that sword woman could kick his ass. A professional knight defeating a hero. I mean, legit, that was great. And then you see Ren pulling his curse spirits on mode right now, because this is the first time we've seen the curse spirit. He going from greed to gluttony. And now I'm like, wait, this is the 7 deadly sins now? Is this 7 deadly sins? So then let me get this straight. You're telling me the spear hero got lust, Naofumi got wrath, and that makes what? Ren gluttony and greed now? I mean, is that what we're doing now? He went from greed to gluttony in an instant? I don't know. But even all that, it just Eclair took it down. I really wish they showed us more of his cursed spirits. I think with a lot of training we're gonna see more of that. But leave it to Eclair to snap some senses out of him. Like literally just, I wish he was just slapping the face out of him. But I wish it was that. But other than that, this was a good episode. Anyway, now that the sword hero is back to his senses again, we off to catch the bow hero. Now this is one of those run of the mills. Like, okay, let's say this. Let's all agree. Let's all say this, and I'm pretty sure everyone had in their mind and saying this. This, not for me going after all these heroes, it's just your straight up Pokemon. This is a mixture of the 7 deadly sins mixed with Pokemon. That's what we're dealing with here. I mean, you're talking about cursed spirits with these 7 deadly sins, and now he's going off the road to catch a Pokemon. I mean, he caught the spear hero, now he got the sword hero. Now next thing you know, he needs the bow hero. I mean, literally, this is totally Pokemon. We went from a tournament arc to now searching for these 3 heroes like some random ass legendary Pokemons. But they're not legendary Pokemons. They're just like, we're going after these Pokemon heroes, and we have to go out there and catch all these Pokemon. And so far, he got 2 out of the 3. So we're going to see where this goes. Now, overall, this episode was good. Overall, this was a good episode. I really wish they showed more of this episode of the sword hero's ability, especially with his cursed spirits. Even when he did the gluttony with summoning all the bugs, I wish they showed more of that fight, so we get to see a little bit more of it. I mean, I'll give it an average 6 or 7 out of 10, but overall, this was a good episode. I mean, it took one episode for Ren to come out of his senses. The only thing, and also the little minor thing I have with this episode is this Ren, who finally come out of his senses, didn't even apologize to the shoe hero. You know what I mean? He didn't fucking apologize. He should apologize to the shoe hero, Naofumi, the GOAT. Should say, look, I'm sorry. I should have listened to you. I should have never trusted that bitch. Like, he should say that. But I don't know if he's going to say that next week, but he got to say it next week. He got to say it. I really hope he does. Now, next week, I won't be able to say as much next week because next week is Anime NYC. So, Anime NYC is next weekend, everyone. So, I look forward to that. So, I probably won't even get a chance to talk about YouTube videos on probably like 2 episodes of his show, but that's all. So, that's all. Anyway, now that Naofumi has 2 Pokemons, he's missing 1 more. So we have to get the Bow Hero and see what he does. And like Ren, we're gonna see a backstory of the Bow Hero, and let's see where this goes. So anyway, I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.